Hello everyone, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 5th edition solo runs. Last time, Lurch came to his demise while fighting some harpies, and so now I'd like to introduce you to Bo. Bo is an urchin drow, and so with our dexterity and charisma, we're going to be using that in order to play, this time, a ranger. We are a sanctified stalker, meaning that we can cast 1d8 radiant damage with Sacred Flame, and we will be taking the Beast Tamer, allowing us to cast Find Familiar as a ritual. I'm allowing myself that privilege, even though we are fighting solo, really. So we have Sacred Flame and our Find Familiar. 11 hit points because our Dexterity is +3, Constitution +1, Wisdom +2, Charisma +1. But when we hit level 4, I will probably take the ASI and go to 18 and 16 respectively on Dex and Wisdom. These are our skills, and otherwise, I think that's all there is to it. I've never played a ranger before, but let's see how this goes. So, we've seen this kind of scene before, this getting off the Nautiloid ship. So I'm going to use liberal jump cuts and whatnot to skip around to just the bits where the action are, because you don't need to see me loot everything for the bajillionth time. So we'll see you in a moment when we catch up with Lae'zel. Although, one thing I will add before we get over there is I now know about this upper shelf on the right hand side that has these extra chests with extra supplies in. So to the commenter that told me that I was missing these every single time, I'm very grateful. Thank you ever so much. Alright, we've done all of the looting of inside. We've got some caustic bulbs, void bulbs and the like. But now it is time to face Lae'zel once again. So before we do that, let us cast Find Familiar and decide who's going to be most useful in this situation. Spider, Raven, Rat, Frog, Crab and Cat. Well, I have no idea who I'm expecting to be the best here. Crab has sharp pincers that can slow enemies. Frog is covered with dizzying toxins. Rat can cause a diseasing bite. Raven can blind enemies. And a spider can bite and poison enemies. Let's try a frog. Why not? Hello, Conjured Frog. 1 whole HP. That's great. In fact, because this is a ritual, we can just see how everyone looks. So, 2 HP for the crab. And that is 1 slashing and 1d4 piercing. Its speed is reduced by 10 feet and it starts bleeding, taking an additional 1d4 piercing damage each turn. That's very interesting. What else have we got? We know about the cat. How about a rat? Little tiny rat. 1 HP again. 1 piercing damage and possibly infect it. Infective creatures have disadvantage on Constitution saving throws and their Constitution is reduced by 1. Probably not the most important thing. Unless something has an odd Constitution stat, we might be able to get its maximum HP to drop by using that. We know what blinding is. Let's see how the spider does. 6 HP, bite, 1 piercing and 1d4 poison, possibly injecting a venom. Okay, well, the spider has 6 HP and 40 feet of movement, so let's see if we can't, not hide, jump, arachnid jump, thank you. Let's see if we can't just kind of whittle away her health, or at least the potions that she has, before we get down to make contact with her. We might be able to save ourselves a lot of grief here. Although, if this becomes the norm of all of our combats, it's going to get very awkward very quickly. Right, can we please see what's going on and bite Lae'zel? Oh, for a crit no less. Okay. Lae'zel is not a fan of the spider. Bite again. And she doesn't seem... Oh, she's going after the imps. That's incredible. If she and the imps want to have at it, all the easier for us. So now it's the spider's turn. Let's hop on down. You can't make that double leap. Okay. Right. If this just becomes a campaign of dealing 1 damage at a time with our familiars, I am sorry. I am sorry for the gross inefficiency. Okay, well, that's over. Assumingly that Lae'zel is going to carry on fighting those creatures down there. For those wondering, we are equipped with a short sword and a short bow currently. Let's see how the fight is going. I can see damage numbers appearing, which is good. Something's getting hurt by something else. Lae'zel is using potions. Things are exploding. I'm just gonna stand by and watch for a hot minute. Even if Lae'zel is the only thing left standing, I'm fine with that because it's much easier to target 1 creature than it is 3. Another imp bites the dust. Although we're not getting XP for these, I think is the main problem. Alright. Let's get in here. Oh, that's an excellent shot. And Lae'zel is surprised. Yeah. That is a much harder attack to make. Let's get some high ground. No need for a bonus action here. We'll turn to face our foe. Then Lae'zel is probably... Oh, she was surprised, so we get another shot at this. Dang. Alright, we're going bow for blow. Would we be better off inducing a dex save, perhaps? Yes, yes we would. That has gone fantastically. Right, let's see, what supplies can we get? We'll take all of that. Are we proficient with this type of armor? We are. Our armor class would increase considerably. Although, would it? Our current armor class being 14? So we would gain 1 armor class from this to a 15. Oh no, it's medium, so it's 17. Excellent. So we've got disadvantage on our stealth rolls, but our AC is far higher, which I'm very happy about. I will go around, loot the rest of this stuff, and then we'll see what's happening topside. So from a corpse over here, we have just picked up a dagger, and because we're wielding a short sword in our main hand, we are able to dual wield light weapons and pick up the bonus action offhand melee attack. So that will give us some more options if we get in toe-to-toe with people. Let's see if any of these guys have any extra supplies for us, and then we'll work up and take out the 2 imps that are at the top of this staircase. Let's see if we can get the jump on them. There we go. Ranged attack, please. 1 down, 1 to go. And they didn't see us, which lets us get in another free attack here. And we have been seen, but they are not instigating combat with us, which is interesting. Well, that imp is dead, but its body has not hit the floor, which is most peculiar, but it is in early access, remember. We'll take the rest of these supplies, and then we will hop inside to see Shadowheart. And here we are inside. We'll take this free stuff, and we'll just say hello to Shadowheart so she's less likely to be immediately hostile to us in the future if we have any issues. We will, of course, take our first opportunity to kill Shadowheart where possible. Fortunately, we can't break these runes. And then when we see her later, we'll have an opportunity to get a first attack in against her without her suddenly trying to attack us first because we ignored her here. I'm not entirely sure that's how that works out, but better safe than sorry. In here, we will avoid attacking that intellect devourer so that we can get this key.
For what?
There's an elaborate reliquary just outside here on a shelf. Inside, some more jewels and whatnot that we can fund our later purchases. Just on this table here. And there's also a couple of spare scrolls and whatnot that we will also take. Not that many of these are spells that we're going to be able to cast later on, because of course we can only cast spells from our own class spell list. But so far, apart from these kind of ration and class ones, we don't have any extra spell casting yet. So who do we want? Let's go with a frog. We haven't actually used the frog yet. And we will come in here, trigger the cutscene, and then all we have to do is get to the opposite side of the room before we die. And we'll have gotten off of this boat. Boat, ship, you know, it's all the same to me. Activate the transponder at the end. So we're at the top of the order. Froggy, how's your movement? 40 feet? That's pretty good. And touch a creature. It takes 1 acid damage and potentially receives disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. That's really cool because we have the Sacred Flame cantrip and this is a dexterity saving throw. So we can kind of utilize these two things together. But unfortunately, not from back here we can't. So let's dash our way down here, and then in future we can utilize that to try and do some damage faster. Extra stuff for us. We have our action, of course. We can only cast Find Familiar as a ritual outside of combat. So let's see what we can kill. Not bad going. And anytime that something wants to attack the frog instead of us is obviously very welcome, because it means that's one attack that we were not at risk of taking.
We need to get out of here now.
Alright, frog, you're up first. Could you please touch this guy? Okay, they are touched. And they have Bufatoxin. Awesome. So let's see how Sacred Flame does here. 84%. But only 2 damage. We can still offhand melee attack though. Still 2 more damage. But it's going to be a good 1-2 combo, I think. Provided we don't get killed immediately. But our armor class is far better now.
If this ship hits the ground, we're dead.
Right, let's try bonus action attacking this guy first. Good, that was the 1 damage we needed. Then Froggy. We can get to that guy. They are Bufatoxined, which means we can Sacred Flame them. And then we can spend our movement progressing across the floor. These two are just going to keep slogging it out on one another, basically ignoring us. Frog still doing his thing. We need a nickname for the frog. Do we not quite have enough distance to get into here. Very nice. The bufotoxin. Let's get it right. Bufotoxin is doing wonders right now. This is excellent. Another short sword. We don't need to bonus action attack anything. Then let's make sure we don't proc an attack of opportunity from that guy on our way by. I'll take a spare light crossbow. We still have some movement speed, but we're going to send out the frog ahead of us, so they can be in range of the other targets as we approach from behind. Then we have these three imps up ahead of us. We get a whole turn, but we do not have a full movement round. So let's see. I'll take 95% on that. And Frog has spent their movement. Could have dashed, I guess, but I don't think we'll need it right away. And we would like to take out as many of these as we can on the way, just for the experience, if nothing else. There's our bufotoxin. Oh, it's such a good combo. Right, that guy is not long for this world. And as soon as the Mind Flayer has died, they will start trying to attack us, I believe. Bonus action offhand attack first. 1 whole damage. The frog might be able to do 1 damage here. No, they've made the save for the first time ever. 60% on that, or 95% on that. That's good going. Take an axe, thank you. 1 guy left. Mind Flayer with 3 HP. It's going to stay alive long enough for us to get by. Frog, please do your thing over here. I said frog. Frog. Oh, we're not in the... Oh, 2 Cambions have joined from the back of the room. These guys are now in the initiative, so the frog and I are not on shared initiative anymore. So, it's going to be us. We'll start with the offhand attack. Do the main hand attack. It won't let me do a main hand attack for some reason. So, cantrips it is. They are down. No equipment to take. Touch the transponder. And we are free.
I can't believe I'm in one piece.
I can. Just about. That actually went probably smoother than any Nautiloid escape I've ever done. So we now have 95 XP left to go until level 2, when we will get our spell slots. And plenty of supplies, because I didn't even need to use any potions or anything else while we were there. So we have 5 health potions, a potion of speed, loads of extra weaponry to sell. So join me next time, where we will see about taking out Shadowheart and then moving upwards, trying to get to level 2 and beyond. Thank you ever so much for watching. Oh, there's Lazal's body. I hope you're enjoying the series now that we are back onto a fresh face. Hopefully we'll see if Ranger can't have some more success than we had with the fighter. But anyway, thank you ever so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.